coaching chaos. What is going on, Nick, with the coaching chaos that we have going on the last few days, man?
My biggest question is there's 6 openings, correct? 7 teams called Harbaugh.
7.
Who's
7.
the
No,
7th?
No, 6 openings if you don't count the Ravens. That is correct. Yes.
Exactly, and 7 teams called him.
Gotta love it.
Who's number 7?
God, I love it. Yo, and welcome back to the Hulaham Hour. We are here at your service again. We're jumping right into it. It's huge. It's been crazy. I'll get into one right now that I'm super excited about, to be honest with you. It was one we've talked about on this channel that we all knew was coming, but it came very, very quickly, and that's John Morton, our offensive coordinator. And then we found out last night that John Harbaugh, and I know that John Harbaugh would never do this in a million years, but how cool would it be if he came to be our offensive coordinator? I mean, he is building a house by us. He is building one just north of where we live here. So I know he's going to be in town soon. I don't know. It's a wild imagination of mine running free, but hey, who cares? I'm glad we made that move, but yeah, let's get right into the big fish here. Obviously the biggest one, John Harbaugh. Overall thoughts on Baltimore's move, Nick?
I mean, I understand it to a point where after 18 years, maybe they just want a fresh start. I mean, I personally think they should have fired their offensive defensive coordinators before Harbaugh, but to each is their own.
Yeah. I'm really agreeing with you on the fresh start topic portion of it, as it seems when it's that long. Okay, so do you think Tyler Loop makes that field goal, they make the playoffs? Clearly they don't fire him.
I don't know about that, to be honest, because that ownership is like Pittsburgh, very stable ownership. So this has been in talks for months.
Sure. However, okay, so you think if he makes the playoffs and then they lose, that he's still
think
gone?
He's out. I do still.
Do you think Tomlin? Do you think Tomlin is in the same situation? Like, I saw this thing where it was like, oh, I don't think I saved it. Yeah, it had like the field goal in the middle said Tomlin fired, and on the outside it said Harbaugh fired. Like, where do you think Tomlin's at hot seat wise for the same deal?
I think Pittsburgh's getting in the same place, honestly. I don't know if it'll be this year, but again, another first round loss maybe, and maybe he is out too.
I mean, and that's kind of inevitable. We'll get into these playoff matches here shortly, but it's crazy. The AFC North is just kind of a shit show.
I just don't understand who they think is better out there right now than those 2 guys.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you got to try at some point, but
yeah, like you said, it's just hitting the full-blown refresh button. And, I mean, you're either going to have a Lamar Jackson that comes out and balls, or you're going to have one that comes out and just is stagnant. And then it's going to really show, A, how good of a player Lamar is, and B, how good of a coach John Harbaugh really is.
That's why I thought the coordinators should go, because John Harbaugh ain't calling plays. Yeah. So you're still going to have the same guy calling plays that did the last 2 years.
Unless they end up letting them go at some point, too. Who knows, man? Maybe the new head coach that they get in there says, I'm bringing these 2 guys with me.
If I were them and wanted a fresh start, I would.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not especially when you're hitting the reset button on that level. Like, they clearly didn't get rid of their GM.
Yeah. 18 years there, won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, most of the time anymore, both head coach and GM seem to go at the same time, it seems like.
Yeah, because they want their own guy.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
Yeah. It's nuts.
I get that.
Yeah, all right. So we're going to kind of skip around here because I'm just kind of following NFL.com here. But Cowboys let go defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus. I think Matt Eberflus's days of coaching are numbered, period.
I think we learned in Chicago he's an idiot.
Yeah, kind of, dude. I don't even know why anybody would have hired him for this, but I don't know, man. I guess maybe you want to be like the punting coordinator, and then if you can't do that, then like find a job at the Home Depot.
He had enough money coaching, he can retire.
Yep. Cardinals booted Jonathan Gannon to the curb after 3 seasons. He was 15-36.
Yeah,
And-
see, he seems surprised. Repeat that record again.
Yeah, 15-36, dude. The Lions won 14 games last year alone.
What is he surprised about? Like,
Yeah, dude, it's freaking nuts. Like, but I think Kyler's either gonna A, get a fresh start somewhere, or B, they can't win games with Jacoby Brissett. He played much better than Kyler Murray did by a landslide. It seems like and there was really a connection there at the end of the season between him and Mike Wilson, but. Yeah, they're going to really need to hit the big reset. But they just hit the reset button again like 2 years ago in Arizona, 3 years ago when they hired him, when they fired Cliff Kingsbury and freaking hired this guy. So, Cardinals there's just a tier of teams at the bottom that are complete, utter shit shows. It's like the Giants, the Jets, the Cardinals, the Browns. Those four, really. The Titans weren't really a complete bombshell shit show until the last 5-6 seasons.
yeah, because Derrick Henry was running all over for years.
Exactly. Yeah, and Marcus Mariota was still just Marcus Mariota.
I don't know. The Cardinals was a franchise born to lose.
Yeah. All right.
Stefanski, I can't believe took this long.
Yeah. Yep. Stefanski's out. Cleveland Browns looking for a coach.
I really wonder if the Shedeur thing played into that.
And I was just going to bring that up because I saw a clip today from the press conference when they're like, it's like they're really trying hard to get Shedeur to be a piece of shit. Like, there's really just, they ask these questions that he can't answer good. I don't remember the exact verbiage that they used on this question they asked him, but it was like, what are your thoughts on losing your coach? And he goes, it's part of football, man. It's part of the business, and you just got to kind of move on. He wasn't an ass. He wasn't pompous about it. He wasn't smiling with this shit-eating grin on his face like he likes to do. He was actually very humble about it. So I know deep down the man is jumping for joy.
But, yeah. In the back of his head, he's going, fuck this guy.
Yeah, dude, seriously. So, I don't know. And, but them coming out as an organization, too, and also saying, that they're probably going to pursue a quarterback in the draft still, and that they're this, that, and the other, that they're not guaranteeing anything to anybody. They're not calling Shedeur the starter yet. It's just absolutely wild. Fun fact.
And Deshaun's going to be back. Granted, he's been trashed when he did play.
Yeah,
Let's say he miraculously makes a comeback, though.
And he could, dude. He really, truly could. So
the talent's there. We've seen it.
Yeah, it is. Flaky everywhere. All right.
And they're still paying him an ass load of money, so if you don't think they're giving him a shot for it.
Yeah. Fun fact, though. The quarterback for Texas Tech is going to make $5 million next season.
Yeah.
Great. Shedeur's 4-year rookie contract is worth $4 million.
Yeah. And he probably made more than that in college, too.
Dude. It's just so bad. We'll get into a little bit of that mess coming up in the episode. But, yeah, man, it's crazy. It's a crazy world out there in college football. All right. Raiders cleaned friggin' house. They had fired Chip Kelly in the middle of the season, I think. Yeah, on the 23rd of November. They canned their special teams coordinator, Tom McMahon, and they gave Pete Carroll a one and done. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it was a Hail Mary to begin with. Now the last piece to go is Geno. Because they're like, we gave you your coach, we gave you your quarterback that you liked, and you all fucking sucked.
Yeah, you all blew it.
Get out and hit
Yeah,
the
we
reset.
drafted you an absolute monster unit of a running back.
Who got killed this year.
Yeah, because their line is trash.
So Tom Brady's going to be, I see, one of the heads of finding a new coach.
Odds of him saying, screw it, no, I'm better than all these ass hats. Suit me up.
I don't think suit me up, but I think he's going to be a dick in the hiring process.
Imagine an interview with him. So tell me your accomplishments. So tell me
Here, actually, I want you to read his defense better than me.
Yeah.
And go.
Yeah.
You have 4 seconds left on the play clock.
So who do you think was more excited about Raheem Morris getting fired out of Atlanta, Kirk Cousins or Michael Penix?
Well, it depends on who they bring in. I don't think Kirk's used to this. He's been around forever. And Michael Penix was kind of the guy, so I couldn't see him being that excited about it.
But dude, they won 5 in a row with Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, he still didn't play very good, though.
It doesn't. At the end of the day, dude, in the NFL in today's day and age, the Broncos are like case in point of this statement. You don't have to look pretty to win games. I think the Broncos might be the worst 13-win team in the history of NFL. Like, their defense is insanely nuts. And I'm not discrediting Bo Nix because he knows how to come out and win games, but it's ugly every single week. Like, every single week.
Kirk Cousins is like Aaron Rodgers at this point. You're not building a future with him. He might win you some games like Rodgers did, but you have no future there.
No.
I mean, and I think they're the most interesting coaching job. They have so much talent on both sides of the ball.
Yeah. They really do. Honestly, Atlanta's that loss to the Jets away from being in the playoffs, though, too. And honestly, the way that they've been playing, I wouldn't want to play them right now.
In that conference, yeah. I mean, the rest of the league, no.
I mean, dude,
they all have losing records.
Take it or leave it, but they beat the Rams, dude. And people are talking about the Rams going to the Super Bowl. So just, I understand they didn't have Devontae, and I know that it's a game changer, but they still beat them. They still shut Matt Stafford completely down.
They did, but none of them games mattered for him.
They also fired their GM as well. The Falcons did. Terry Fontenot. Probably totally just butchered that. Yeah, we all knew the Rams had fired their special teams coordinator, Chase Blackburn, back on December 20th. Yeah, no surprise here. That the New York Jets have parted ways with their defensive coordinator, Steve Wilkes. Buddy, you are the only man on planet universe to ever. I don't think there will ever be another season where a defense doesn't get an interception.
Maybe the Jets next year. That would be hilarious.
Oh my God!
2 full years without an interception.
Can you imagine, dude? That would be just bad shit.
That's so brutal, though. Like, not a tip ball. Like, you guys are just stone hands. Everybody. Do they just have oven mitts on?
It kind of looked like it, man, because I tell you what, they had a chance for an interception. A defensive back had 2 hands on a tipped pass and dropped it. Dropped it. Just plain flat dropped it. But again, that's why they're DBs and not wide receivers. So,
but 0? Come on, man.
0. So bad. It's so terrible. Do better. All right.
Do anything.
Do anything. That's hilarious, Nick. Okay. Giants parted ways with Brian Daboll back in November. They also have fired their defensive coordinator, Shane Bowen. New York, I want to think that there's promise and hope for Dart and Scatabo and all that, and Neighbors. But Neighbors is being real weird in interviews when are asking him about football and stuff. I mean, I'm almost convinced the man's not going to play next year.
Oh, I don't see that happening.
I mean, well, okay. I think the article that I read actually was about they were asking him about his day one, potential to start week 1, and he was very, very strange about it to the point that they're speculating he's probably going to miss first week of the year, if not more. I mean, his leg pretty much almost had to be amputated, from what I understand. So.
Everybody's got a different road to recovery, and usually an athlete's first time getting hurt, you see it just they don't know how to deal with it.
Yep.
That's all they've done is play football.
All right. Titans fired Callahan back on October after a 1-5 start. They haven't let anybody else go, which I think they need to. Yeah, some notables that were on the hot seats or were thought to be on hot seats that actually are not. Zach Taylor in Cincinnati.
Mike Daniels.
Yeah, Mike
McDaniels.
Daniels is being retained. Yep.
Which he's a good coach. I think that little surge there saved his job.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I know he's ready for Tua to have a fresh start.
Yeah. Yeah, so it looks like, okay, there already have been some interviews, at least scheduled or requested here. Let's see. Looks like the Cardinals have scheduled interviews with Matt Nagy and Robert Saleh and Raheem Morris. Wow, good for them. See, this is what I don't like. They need to, God, like they have scheduled an interview with Clint Kubiak, the Seahawks offensive coordinator. Dude, the Seahawks are in the playoffs. Like, that is not where his focus should be at all. Yeah. And that's what fucked the Lions last year with Ben Johnson. His mind was not with winning with the Lions that season anymore. It wasn't. It was clear as day.
Yeah, it's the nature of the beast, though.
It is, but fuck them. Anyways, I still think they should make a frickin' change at that. Because, they've also got him scheduled to interview in Atlanta as well. Wow. So and they already hit. Baltimore's already got him scheduled, too. Wow, almost everybody does. Cleveland doesn't. Shocker. The Raiders do. Matt Nagy, too. Just trying to think. So who besides – okay, so obviously I think everybody would probably mutually agree that the Baltimore job is the most sought-after one right now because they're just kind of the best team with the head coaching vacancy, right?
I would say them and Atlanta are pretty even.
Yeah.
I would say Baltimore, from a stance, their ownership is always solid, and usually when they pick a guy, they stick with it.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah.
They're definitely not like a lot of these teams nowadays where if you don't win in year one, they fire you.
Dude, what are we doing? The Lions have requested an interview with David Blow, the Commanders' assistant quarterbacks coach, for our offensive coordinator spot. What are we doing? I get they got to, interview a certain amount of people or whatever, But what? No. Dude, Campbell, call me, dude. Give me a call. I'm about as qualified as that asshat is, dude. Sorry. No offense, David Blow, but, assistant quarterback coach, fuck, man. You may as well just say water boy, all right? Just say water boy. Make the right choice, Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes. Don't just reach because there's some sort of old flame or whatever. Make the right decision. And don't cheap out on it. Don't cheap out on it like you did with Morton and Shepard. I'm fine giving Shepard another chance next year. He deserves it. He had to play through a whole bunch of shit. Morton,
I don't think he was that bad.
It shocked me. I think if we would have let him go, we'd have let him go yesterday with Morton. Yeah. So
I don't know, man. He had a pretty depleted defense.
That's exactly
did what he could.
Yeah, and we didn't have I think Laporta was our only major injury on offense.
Yeah.
Really. So, but he is a factor. He was one of the best tight ends in the league his rookie year. He's kind of digressed a little bit since then, but I also think that rookie season put so much pressure on his sophomore year. His sophomore slump's inevitable most of the time as it is, so. Yeah. So it's looking like Raheem Morris, Matt Nagy, Kevin Stefanski, they're all going to land on their feet, man. They seem to be the most sought-after ones for interview requests. Excuse me. Alongside with Clint Kubiak as well, and Vance Joseph, the Broncos defensive coordinator, too.
And whoever's left will end up on Cleveland.
Yeah, because... Oh, they're interviewing Jim Schwartz, their own defensive coordinator, and they're interviewing Tommy Rees, their own offensive coordinator.
Well, have fun with the Schwartzy era. We've been there.
How in the world? Why would you? They're interviewing Dan Pitcher, the Bengals offensive coordinator. They're literally interviewing everybody in their division. Todd Morgan is the Ravens offensive coordinator. They've requested to get an interview.
Todd Monken?
Dude, like how stupid. Like, I don't know, man. It's just dumb organization. Stupid. I don't know. It's crazy, total chaotic freaking mess. I'm sure there's going to be some more hirings by next week's episode, so stay tuned. But we got some more headlines to get into. When we'll kind of roll into our Week 18 recap, get into our playoff predictions. We got some college football playoffs, and Nick is gone. All right, cool. Well, knew that was going to happen eventually. Anyways, we're going to keep on rolling here, and hopefully he gets back on. Glad we at least made it through. And we're back.
All right.
All right, cool. That was just a little hiatus there. So, anyways. Oh, no. Here we go. All right, well, going to keep on going. Yep, Nick's having some computer troubles. So we're just going to keep on keeping on. Okay. We'll go over the strength of schedule. Yeah, that's what we'll go into. All right, Nick, keep coming on and off, but hopefully we got you.
Yep, give me just a minute.
That's okay. All right, I'm going to keep on going here, though. I find it wildly funny that, you keep dropping off, but anyways. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Hopefully you're back. I find it wildly funny that the Lions tried to vote in the rule change of the playoff format for seeding and all that so that an 8-9 team like the Panthers that are now in the playoffs don't make it when a 9-8 team like the Lions. I don't believe that the Lions this year deserve to be in the playoffs, but from who's better than who standpoint, it's just getting out of hand. And they do need to look at making a change when it comes to that. I almost think that it should be that a division winner doesn't get to host the playoff game if they aren't better than a wild card team. Something along those lines. I don't remember exactly what it was that their rule change proposal was at this point. Do you happen to remember?
No, I don't.
Yeah, I know it wasn't quite that, but I want to say it was like top 6 teams or something. But anyways, it just sucks that the Lions, try to help the league and the league just gives them the middle finger, man. I don't know. I just think they'd probably.
Well, if you start doing shit like that, then you might as well just do away with divisions.
And maybe we get to that point. I mean,
if they start doing stuff like that, then your division means nothing.
Yeah. Very true. Very true. All right.
We're going to start being like the fucking NBA and have playing games and shit.
Yeah, I know. That's friggin' stupid.
Yeah, we're
going to be at 64-team college football playoff by the time we're dead, so,
Which is also fucking stupid.
Very.
Because every year they go to 16, 20, 24, whatever. You're still going to bitch about who didn't get in.
Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right.
Every year. It's not going to matter how many teams are in it. You might as well just get rid of your last 6 games and just include the whole fucking college football.
Yes.
Have some teams done in November.
Do it. I love it. I'm in love with it.
One and done, then you can be done November 1st, and then you can have your transfer portal because you suck.
All right. Moving right along here. I was going to start this while you were gone, and then I didn't, and I'm excited about this, though. The strength of schedule has been released because the opponents, home and away opponents, have been released. The schedule's not released. It won't be released till normally they do it in July. However, this year, the Lions had, the third toughest strength of schedule or something along those lines. It was very, very high. We are coming in this year at 27th. I'm pumped about that. I'm very excited about that. Because if we can figure out our offensive coordinator situation, the offense is still there. I don't think we're really going to be losing anybody. I don't think. hopefully. Knock on some wood. Guess who has the number 1 strength of schedule going into next year?
Probably Chicago.
Yep. Top 5, Chicago, Miami, Arizona, Green Bay, and Kansas City. Bottom 5 would be Detroit, Atlanta, Indy. Well, bottom 6. Detroit, Atlanta, Indy, Cincy, New Orleans, and Cleveland has the easiest schedule next year.
See, I feel indifferent about strength of schedule because if you can't beat the best during the regular season, do you really fucking deserve to be there?
Yep. Very true. Very true.
All that says is we might get into the playoffs again and then possibly get our ass kicked by a team that actually plays good teams.
Yeah. All right. Miles Garrett. What a gangster. Got his sack record. Of course, it was against Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow just gets blunt at everything, man. Poor dude. Sack record, 23 sacks in a year. It's crazy, man. It's fun watching him play. It really is. I think one of the funniest things, did you see a snippet of his dad in the stands?
No.
Oh, my, Nick. He had a better camera there than Fox did. I'm not even doing. You gotta look. You'll have to look it up. He's literally got it. It's like in front of him. The lens on the thing is like this big, and it's like this long. Like it's huge. It's almost like he did it as a joke. But I bet you he got like the greatest shots. I really bet you that he did. Hats off to Miles Garrett's dad's camera. That was pretty sick. So yeah, Miles Garrett got the sack record. I don't know, man. What are your thoughts on it?
You earned it, man. And he's just to watch him. He's a hell of a player. The bag of tricks he has is just freaking phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like that sack he got. That's a massive man that slid underneath the lineman to get around him.
Yeah.
Too bad he plays for the Browns.
Yes, it's very true. It's very true. Speaking of defensive ends, though, Maxx Crosby. It's probably going to be one of the most intriguing, interesting stories this offseason, I would have to guess. I don't think where do you see him landing? He's going to go somewhere. His time in Vegas is done.
They're going to trade him so they can start rebuilding because they're going to get a lot for him.
Yeah.
I don't know. There are so many options that a lot of people have a lot of picks that they could give away for him. I could see San Fran being one of them. They really need some help on the defensive line, and they're only a few pieces away from having a really good team.
Yeah.
Imagine him and healthy Bosa if he ever stays healthy, because I don't know if he's ever played a full year.
I would love to see him still come to Detroit. And I still, as crazy as it is, I still do think that is a possibility.
I just don't think we will give him the money and the picks. We're cheap. We've proven that time and time again.
True.
I hate to say it.
We need somebody to complement Hutch. That's just got to happen, man.
We need them. We need corners that don't suck. Our pass defense is god awful.
Yeah, we need a lot of stuff. We need a lot of help. We do. We truly, truly do.
And we're kind of in that little range this year like the Steelers have been for years. You didn't suck enough where you get a decent pick. So you're still drafting in the middle of the first round.
What the hell is the difference between mutually parting ways and being... I mean, I get it, but, like, why does it matter? Why are there two categories?
Like, it's a nice way to put they got fired so it looks better.
Mutually agreed to part ways with Cliff Kingsbury. Like, yeah.
Yeah, they both walked in, said fuck you, and have a nice day.
Peace.
Yeah. Don't leave angry, just get the hell out.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, yeah, we'll keep everybody up to date on the coaching tracker. It'll probably be kind of settled a little bit next week, but we'll see. I mean, shit, dude. There could be a whole slew of other stuff that happens, but yeah. All right. Yeah, I think we're going to get right into our Week 18 recap. We'll move on to the playoff seeding and our playoff predictions. Got some really good games coming up. I'm really excited for football this weekend. It's going to be fun. Yeah, then we'll move along and keep on keeping on. So, yeah, don't forget to tell us your thoughts on where you think these people are going to land in the comments. Tell us how wrong we are, and tell us how stupid we are. Anyways, moving right along. All right, Week 18 was fun. This just every year. It's so weird to be watching football that doesn't have fantasy implications. Say that, but I'm also it's also a friendly reminder as to why our leagues do not play Week 18. My Goldsmith Brian, shout out Brian, his league, they don't do playoffs, and they just go off of straight standings. Whoever finishes the league with the best record and the most points scored wins the league, and they play Week 18. Brian's telling me, he's like, dude, I got like naming the players that I don't even know that he's playing because, I don't know. It's just crazy. But Week 18 was still exciting. Tell you what, though, it kicked off on Saturday with the Panthers-Buccaneers game that was just watching two mediocre teams battle it out. It was bad. Did you catch most of that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was pretty brutal.
Yeah.
For a Saturday night game, which is kind of what I thought. I thought the game would have ended up 16-13. That was my prediction to begin with, just watching them two play lately.
You were 1 point off.
I know.
Nuts, dude. Totally nuts. Yeah.
Neither of them teams got a shot in the playoffs.
Yeah, Buccaneers just totally collapsed this year. I mean, and then they even got their players back, their good players back, and still just Roddy White's done in Tampa. He made that apparently clear the other day.
I don't know how Todd Bowles is still there.
He could be one that we're talking about next week. Who knows?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. He'd also be a really great candidate to come and be an offensive coordinator in Detroit. So, shout out.
No, Todd Bowles is a defensive guy. He can be a D coordinator somewhere.
Okay. Well, either way,
That's his background.
I just want somebody to come to Detroit that's not an assistant quarterback coach, please.
Asking you will not receive.
Yeah. Yeah, the Panthers being in the playoffs, that's just...
In the way they got in, too.
Yeah, they had to, the Saints had, or the Falcons had to win or whatever, right?
After they lost to the Bucs.
Yeah.
And them, Atlanta, and Tampa all have the same record.
Wild. Totally wild.
All losing records, mind you.
Yeah. The Seahawks defense is nuts.
Yeah, it is.
Giving up 3 points to the 49ers, who've just been on a tear the last few weeks. 13-3, the Seahawks took it. Holy cow, though. Seattle's defense is insane.
That defense gives them a shot in every game.
It does. When you're only giving them 3 points, dude. I mean, shit, they could win you the game with 2 safeties. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That'd be nuts. A game to be 4-3. A game to be 4. Sam Darnold didn't look very good, but he is one of, I think it's like him and Tom Brady are the only 2 quarterbacks that have ever had back-to-back 14-win seasons.
Him, Brady, and Rodgers.
Yeah. Which, good for him. He just always seems to kind of choke when he plays the good teams, but having the defense that he has here in Seattle, you can afford to play a little bit mediocre.
He overall had a clean game, though. It wasn't like before where he had 4 turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
As long as I think he don't turn the ball over, they got a chance to win. That's the only thing that's going to kill him.
Yeah. All right. But Seattle's going to be a force in the playoffs, that's for sure. So, all right, moving right along. Colts-Texans. Texans pulled C.J. Stroud as soon as they saw Jacksonville was totally routing the Tennessee and put in Davis Mills. And Davis Mills came and still won him the game. It's 38-30. The Colts win complete dumpster fire catastrophe of the year. I don't think there was a team that collapsed harder than them. Not even Tampa.
That's a pretty close argument.
It is, but seriously, not even just from the record. It's fucking wild to me that Sauce Gardner played for two teams and went 1-6 they're 1-7 with two different teams, dude. That's just freaking embarrassing. Maybe
Especially
it's you.
When you give up 2 number 1 picks for him.
Yeah, maybe it's you. It's hard.
Yeah, he don't play offense though.
Yeah, it's hard to gauge, the Texans going off of Week 18 going into the playoffs just because they played Davis Mills. But Stroud's been playing good football. He's not been turning the ball over. I don't know. Texans defense right there too. Texans, Broncos, Seahawks. Those are the 3 best defenses in the playoffs, hands down. I don't think anybody can argue that. One of those 3 teams is more than likely going to win the whole thing. I think this year is such a defensive year.
Every year in the playoffs, it comes down to defense wins championships. It always has.
Truly, truly does, man. Truly, truly does.
Offense gets you there. Defense wins it.
Yep. In a game that meant nothing but everything in the same time, Browns ended up taking out the Bengals 20-18. The game ended very exciting. Like we stated earlier, Miles Garrett got his sack and took the sack record. That was pretty much the highlight of the game.
Well, their defense had 2 touchdowns, so their offense didn't even score a touchdown.
Yeah, but
2 field goals.
Shedeur still feels like he's the guy.
Yeah, they all do.
Don't they all? So yeah, not much to talk about there. Saints Falcons game was exciting. It's as exciting as a 19-17 game can get, as we stated before. The Falcons took that one. Tyler Shook, I think, has proven himself to be the guy in New Orleans. I think if they can really start piecing some pieces around him, like Alvin Kamara's getting towards the end of his, career, it seems like, they can get some young running back. They've got some decent wide receivers if they could stay healthy.
Yeah.
And their defense is okay.
I think he's at least earned himself a shot to have an offseason as the number 1, take all the reps as the number 1.
Yep, 100%. I'm honestly a big advocate of him winning Offensive Rookie of the Year still. I really am.
We had that debate last week. I don't think that. Too small of a sample.
Yeah, but who do you have taking it?
I got Ibuka.
Yeah, it's not a bad pick. It's not a bad pick.
Emeka Ibuka.
Or what did Rob Gronkowski say? Oh, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I don't even know what the hell Gronk said. He doesn't even know what he said.
Oh, God. All right. Moving right along. Vikings-Packers, again, a game that really didn't mean shit because the Packers pretty much summed up the 7 seed already and whatnot. But the Vikings ended up winning 16-3. Did the Packers play Malik Willis? No, Jordan Love played in that game.
Also, no. I can't even remember his name. Their third stringer.
They played a third stringer?
Yeah, that game meant nothing. They benched so many people.
Did the Vikings play what's his nuts
JJ
again?
played for a little bit. He didn't play
did?
the whole game. I think he played till halftime.
Gotcha.
And go figure, the last game of the year, they decided to, let's get Justin Jefferson involved. Where the fuck was that all year? He probably wanted to kill everybody after that game.
Yeah, dude, I can see him starting to bitch this offseason a little bit.
I don't know about the offseason, but give it week 2 or 3, if they still not throwing him the ball, then yeah, I bet you he's going to start bitching.
No.
And he don't seem like that type of guy, but he's getting there.
Yeah.
And I don't blame him.
Yep. Titans-Jags, that game was an absolute dumpster fire. I think I read something the other day that Cam Ward is just Will Levis, but the results of his crazy plays actually produce points.
Cam Ward got hurt, too.
He did, which sucks, man. I mean, he does have some potential there, and if Tennessee can figure out something this offseason when it comes to their coach and shit, they need Jesus. They really do. I still think Cam Ward could be a really good quarterback. He just needs help. He needs a lot of it.
Yeah, and their line can't block anything.
No.
They couldn't block a crossing guard.
That was a good one. Oh, my God. Very tired. All right. And another game that meant absolutely nothing. Giants and Cowboys. 34-17, Giants took it. Jackson Dart played real well.
They just play good so they can lose their high draft pick. I don't know.
Dude,
what the hell
they've
they're
done
thinking.
that, 3 years in a row now?
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. You guys have no season. Just put your backups in.
Crazy.
Jameis Winston loves to play anytime. Throw him in.
Yeah. Somebody jump off sides. All right. Rams took it to the Cardinals, 37-20. Not much to say there. I mean, that was again pretty meaningless game. I love the fact that the Raiders also beat the Chiefs and still retain their number one spot.
Oh yeah, when the Giants won, that's what they secured theirs.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I think they throw their backup punter in as a quarterback.
Nick Sirianni's taking a rash of shit over the fact that he benched his starters and then lost to the Commanders and lost the opportunity for the 2 seed in the playoffs. What are your thoughts on that?
I like it. He knows his locker room, and he knows how banged up people are. If you really think you're a good team, then you're really not worried about losing 1 seed. You still have a home game no matter what. And if you think you can go out and beat anybody, well, then you're not worried about it. You're worried about getting healthy.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. If they win that game, he's a fucking genius. That's all everybody's talking about is what a genius Sirianni is.
Yeah, what a genius Sirianni.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
He knows his locker room,
He
though,
does,
so
and
I don't mind the decision.
That's what he said in his press conference was, I won the Super Bowl last year doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Just trust the process. Let us do our thing. Let us push our way to another Super Bowl. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't have a problem with it. He's sticking with the process that won him a Super Bowl, so it's kind of hard to argue.
Did the guy that played quarterback for them, is he Jalen's backup? Or was he their third string?
Oh, I don't even know.
Because, dude, they need somebody dead. That guy was terrible. What
was his name? McKay?
I don't know. Very forgettable.
Like Tanner McKay or something.
I don't think I saw him throw one NFL pass. Every pass was wobbly and didn't even go near his players, and it's totally nuts to me that they even let that man play quarterback. So, anyways, no offense to you, dude. You're probably a super cool dude, but you suck. Dolphins, Patriots. Patriots took it to him. I mean, Drake May came out slanging like he does. Dolphins, Quinn Ewers, I don't think he's the answer in Miami by any means. Probably a waste of a draft pick. But
no, I think he's a legitimate backup. I mean, honestly, though, you do need a half-ass decent backup. And
you do.
I think
You're not
Ewers
wrong.
is half-ass decent.
You're not wrong.
Especially with all the injuries we have anymore.
Yeah. Lions beat the Bears, man. I mean, it was funny to me at the end of the game when Dan Campbell was, seeking out Ben Johnson to give him the old handshake, and the announcer said something like, when the two friends come to shake hands, I'm thinking to myself, they're not friends anymore. There's no fucking way. I'm sorry, there's not. And the handshake at the end of that game tells me that you're not friends. Now, did you see how quick it was?
Oh, yeah.
I don't even think they said anything to each other this time. But
Probably
if I
just
was
good
Dan
game.
Campbell, I would have been like, you fucking eat shit, asshole.
And Ben Johnson would have turned around and said, have fun on vacation. So there's really no point in saying anything.
Yeah, I know. You got to take the small victories when you're in a situation like the Lions are this year, man. You got to, because the season was shit. We're not watching extra games this year for the first time in like 2-3 years, and it sucks. I hate this feeling. But yeah, 1916, and they didn't even play good. I mean, honestly, like, they did not play good. No. I didn't really I had the game on Red Zone, and I just wasn't really wanting to invest my emotion into it like I have every day of my life on Sunday when the Lions play. Just wasn't feeling it. So, but hey, when the Bears lose in the first round of the Packers, whatever. Chargers Broncos, 19-13. The Broncos took it, or 19-3. Excuse me, 3 points is all the Chargers could have scored. And we're gonna get into this in a minute when we go over the playoffs, but that matchup has an opportunity to come back in the divisional playoffs if the Chargers do wind up winning their game this upcoming weekend.
I don't take anything out of that game, though. They benched Herbert, let his hand heal up a little bit more.
Yeah, I understand that, but damn, when you only score 3 points even with your backup, and Trey Lance is, I don't know.
Yeah, but against one of the best defenses in the league, backups, yeah, it's a rough day.
It is. God damn.
It's like the scout team playing the starters in practice. It's just not going to go well.
Yeah. An absolute ass whooping. Bills 35, Jets 8. Josh Allen went in and took one snap, and then Mitch Trubisky absolutely fucking torched the Jets defense. Mitch Trubisky, I think that was the best game Mitch Trubisky's played in his career the other day. Did you see his stats?
No.
Dude, he was like 21-24 with like 2 or 3 touchdowns with like 148 passer rating.
Yeah, but it's the Jets.
I'm just saying, dude. It's impressive. Good for him. Again, I guess, good backup.
Yeah.
A backup quarterback against a practice squad defense.
Yep. He's like, man, I see this shit every day.
Yeah. And game of the week was our Sunday night game. 110%.
Oh, yeah.
Steelers ended up winning 26-24 against the Ravens. For those of you that didn't end up watching that game, shame on you, because it took till the last game of the regular season to give us a very exciting one. Not that there wasn't exciting ones the rest of the season, but somebody tweeted before the game started, "Dear John Harbaugh, please, whatever you do, don't let this game be decided by your rookie kicker." And guess what happened? It came down on the shoulders of Tyler Loop to kick a field goal to put his team into the playoffs at Heinz Field, the worst percentage of made field goals of any stadium in the NFL.
Especially after Boswell rang the upright right before that.
If you look at the flags on the field goals, there was not a lick of wind. But if you went probably 10 feet up from that, where he kicked that ball, dude, that wind is just whipping. And, I mean, I know he pushed it, but Heinz Field is tough to kick at, man. Very tough to kick at.
There ain't no wind blame on that. He fucking missed. And he even said, as soon as he hit it, he knew he missed.
Yeah. So, yeah, Steelers are in the playoffs. So, moving right along into the playoffs. Round 1 of the playoffs start this Saturday. We've got 2 games on Saturday at 4:30 and 8. 3 games on Sunday at 1, 4:30 and 8. And 1 game on Monday at a regular 8:15 Monday night slate. So, let's get right into them. Rams, Panthers. Who you got and why?
Next question. No.
Yeah, I was waiting for something like that.
The Panthers are trash.
They are.
I mean, unless they can somehow pull a rabbit out of their ass like they did a few weeks ago in L.A., I just don't see it happening in the playoffs, though. I don't.
Matt Stafford's had an MVP year. Be shocked if he doesn't win it. He should have Devontae Adams back.
Hopefully he can stay out there.
But, I got the Rams, too. I think this is probably going to be one of the worst games to watch just due to the fact that I don't think it's just going to be a blowout. Even though it's in Carolina.
Even if it's not a blowout, it's still – if it's not a blowout, it's going to be like 16-13, and it's still going to be shitty to watch.
It's still going to be shitty to watch. Dude, if you call a game to be 16-13 and it's 16-14 again, I'm going to slap you. Oh, shit. All right. Next game, Packers-Bears in Chicago, 8 o'clock, Saturday, January 10th. Who you got?
Man, I hate to say it, but I just don't think Green Bay is that good. They're injury depleted on defense, and I think Chicago walks out with a win in that one.
Yeah, as much as it hurts my no soul to say that, yeah.
I just think the Pack have too many injuries on defense to stop that offense.
But I do think it'll end up being a good game. And it could shock us that Packers somehow pull it out, man. They show up and just do it. If they had Micah Parsons, I'd be taking the Pack all day. But they don't.
Would too.
They don't. And I know that one player on a team shouldn't, decipher here nor there on a victory, but he is that guy. So,
well, that and their number one defensive tackle went out a couple weeks ago on the cart. I mean, Your interior is kind of fucked up right now.
Yeah.
Watch Jordan Love just come ball out, though.
He could. I hate to say it. I just hate
it. Just the Packers receivers can actually catch the fucking ball.
Yeah, it's very true. All right. This game, I think, is going to be awesome. I'm very excited about it. Bills, Jags. Who you got and why?
Dude, I think the Jags are going to stun the Bills. That defense, the way the offense is clicking right now in Jacksonville, I just think they're going to have more than what the Bills can handle. I think they shut down James Cook right off the bat, and it's going to be Josh Allen and his nameless receivers.
Dude, it's so funny that everybody said that it's been Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson holding back, Josh Allen from winning his championship. Guess what, buddy? Ain't none of them guys in the playoffs this year. And you're going to have to go through Trevor Lawrence and probably Drake May in order to do it. I don't see it happening, man. I don't. You waited too long. You screwed the pooch, buddy. I got the Jags too, man. Their defense looks great. They're clicking with Trevor. Give me the Jags at home.
Their only shot they have is Josh Allen being Superman Josh, and he's got to have 5 total touchdowns.
Yeah, he's going to have to, really friggin'
3 passing, 2 rushing. He's going to have to be Superman Josh.
Yep. And we could see that on both sides of the ball, dude, because Trevor Lawrence did that a couple times this year. So this game could end up being 49-48 easily.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Now, this next game I could see being 3-2. 49ers-Eagles.
Oh, I want to call 20-17, and I'm going to take the Eagles in that one.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm taking the Niners. I think Purdy bounces back. I think CMC was holding back last week in prep for the playoffs. Give me the Niners. I think the Eagles are out. I do.
I think the Eagles' defense is so underrated that they're going to create a lot of problems, and I think they get a couple turnovers, which turn that game.
All right. Chargers, Patriots.
I got the Patriots in this. I just don't think the Chargers have been able to actually put it together besides 2 or 3 games this year.
Nope, not even close. Yeah, I'll take the Patriots too. I'll take them 35-14. All right, and the last matchup, our Monday night game. This one's going to be a fun one to watch. And honestly, I think they slated this. I think the NFL wants to see Pittsburgh actually win a playoff game. You want to know why?
I know Tomlin's got a great record on Mondays.
Yeah, and so does Aaron Rodgers. So,
yeah.
I don't know, dude. And the Texans are young. They're good. Their defense is great. And when, we watched the Steelers get completely shut down by a great defense in Cleveland a couple of weeks ago. So this game could end up being 3-0 on the foot of Fairbairn. So I don't know. But overall, I'm going to pick the Steelers. I am. With Tomlin's record on Monday night, it being at Heinz Field, them having all of this momentum from last week coming into the playoffs. Give me Tomlin. Give me Tomlin to get a playoff victory, to get his ass off the hot seat, at least this much for this long.
Absolutely not. That Texans defense is going to be a problem. If C.J. Stroud has a half-assed decent game, they're going to bury the Steelers.
Yeah, if DK Metcalf can avoid punching a fan, they might, also.
Yeah, he needs to play like he was just suspended for punching somebody.
Yeah, he does. He needs
He
that.
really does.
Yeah, he needs to play lights out, or they're going to be done.
Problem is, he's going to be shadowed all day by Stingley Jr., and he's one of the best corners in the league.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. It's going to be a fun game to watch, and I'm excited about it. So we are in full playoff mode playoff mode, whatever. I don't know. Fumbled my words there. That was terrible. Moving on. Anything else on the NFL from this week, man? We know we covered a lot here. We almost did our whole episode on nothing but football, which I friggin' love it.
Nope, I think I'm good.
Okay, let's scoot right along here. We're gonna do some quick touching on college football, quick touching on TGL, and we're gonna call it an episode. So don't forget.
One thought for you.
Yeah.
What if Harbaugh goes to coach with other Harbaugh?
That'd be crazy.
Just a thought.
That'd be kind of wild. I think they have too much of a brotherly like a brotherly head-to-head battle relationship to not want to play one another still in some manner. But
it'd be crazy though.
It really, really would be. Okay. Some great college football games over the weekend, or over the new year, I should say. Yeah, so we had the Cotton Bowl. We had Miami versus Ohio State. We got to watch Ohio State lose again, Nick. Oh, my God.
Yes.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to anybody that lives in the state of Michigan. Miami looks great, though, dude. Their defense is insane. Somebody tweeted the other day something along the lines of, like, imagine if Cam Ward would have had this defense. I don't know, man. But Carson Beck's also played well for them, too.
Yeah, he has.
So, Oregon shut out Texas Tech 23-0. And nobody, we were very complaining about the fact that, like, James Madison and Tulane, totally got their asses kicked. But James Madison scored 34 points against Oregon, and Texas Tech scored nothing.
Dude, that defense answered the bell.
Yeah. Like, holy shit, answered it.
Texas Tech averages 480 yards a game and like 42 points a game, and they got shut out.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It really is, and it makes this Final Four that it's coming down to so much more exciting in that manner, that there's just that good a defense going on. So Indiana put the spank down on your Crimson Tide, dude. I mean,
that wasn't even a game. I quit watching at halftime.
It was bad.
I just muted it.
Bam. I mean, Indiana looks incredible, though.
They really do. They look like a great team.
Yes, they are. That's what they really are. And the last game here, the Ole Miss Georgia game, that game was fun to watch. It was especially after watching, the Miami Ohio State game. It was closer, but like the Oregon game was ass. That Indiana Alabama game was ass to watch, unless you're a fan of Indiana, I guess. But the Ole Miss Georgia game was so much fun. Just a shootout to the end. I'm really happy Ole Miss won, 39-34. I really am still. I know they're the least favorite to win it, but they're my favorite. I just want to see them shove it right down Lane Kiffin's fucking throat.
Watching that game, dude, they have an NFL caliber kicker.
Yeah,
that guy's got a leg.
Mm-hmm. For sure. So this comes down to the Fiesta Bowl is tomorrow at 7:30. Miami is taking on Ole Miss, and the Peach Bowl is Friday the 9th between Oregon and Indiana. When Oregon and Indiana played earlier this season, Oregon was favored by, I think, like 6 points, and now Indiana is favored by, I think, 3. So it'll be a couple of really, really great games. All right. Yeah. Touch on TGL. There was a match last night. Let's get into that.
A little bit of an ass whooping.
Tuesday, January 6th. Yeah, Atlanta took down Bay 7-4. Atlanta, they won last year, dude. They're clicking again already. Watching Billy Horschel play TGL. He's just he's like a cartoon character in real life. I don't know how else to put it. Like, it's just fun to watch. So make sure you stay tuned to TGL. We're going to keep you posted on all that as the season goes on. We're going to be still our main focus is going to be football until football has commenced. Then we'll be able to spread out our time a little more evenly into the winter sports. Before we know it, dude, we're going to be right back into talking fantasy football again and going in to defend my championship. So, yeah, I'm very excited. So, all right, with that being said, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to this channel. If you liked anything that you saw, if you didn't like anything that you saw, just leave us a comment. Let YouTube know that you like what we're doing. So, Nick, you got anything else this week, bro?
Let's go, Miami.
Yeah, with that being said, we are Hulaham out.